Hello, lovelies. So I've got to rush this. My cat is getting rather mad at me because I have not fed her and she wants her spot back. So in this video, is the second of my I found this fabric last September and am just getting around to editing those videos. These fabrics that I found were found on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace that is, and the majority of them are wool blend fabrics. Some of them are cotton poly blends, some of them are wool poly blends, but they're all vintage, like probably 80s, 70s, 80s fabrics, and they're all remnants for the majority. But one of them was a orange and blue plaid that I found adorable. It's a very comfortable fabric, especially for a skirt. So the pattern I used to make this skirt was 8746, and it is a kilted style wrap skirt. It has pleats at the front along the hips, and then it's got pleats around the back, and then it's got a box pleat in the center. It uses D-rings to close the one side of it that you can see, and a button to hold the other side in place so that it's not sliding down like that. So it will hold its shape and be safe for you to wear. Also, it has contrasting tabs. I used a faux fur because I had, faux leather that I had left over from a couple years ago when I tried to make myself a purse. Keyword there, try. It works as a purse, it just doesn't look really like a purse. But anyway, so I used a wool blend, a faux brown leather, D-rings, a button, thread, machine, etc. to make this skirt. I will probably be using this pattern again to make another skirt for myself when I figure out what material I want to make it with. As it is a wool fabric, I probably won't be washing it, just doing a basic brush down and maybe a little baking soda to take any smell out of it, but it is a wool blend and I don't want to ruin the fabric by washing it and then it shrinking and no longer being able to wear it. Like that's ever happened before. But I found this pattern really easy to use. It is well marked. It is quite easy to follow, especially if you have a little bit of sewing experience in it. There's no zippers. That helps quite a bit. There's only one buttonhole. The rest of it is lining up the tabs so that when you cinch them, it fits. But other than that, it is a wrap skirt. It is rather comfortable to wear, and it is rather warm. It's not as warm as some of my other clothing, but it does make a great fall and spring skirt. And I'm not really sure what else I'm supposed to say here. Let's sort my notes, because I made notes for once. The pattern itself did not include pockets, but that's easy to fix. However, with how it fits over the hips, you have to size up the skirt to make sure the pockets will sit right and everything else will fit. So basically, size up the skirt and then adjust where the button and where the tabs are so that everything will lay flat and nicely. But other than that, I will be doing this pattern again. I probably will size it up a little bit so that the pockets will lay flat, because as you'll see at the end of the video, they don't really like to. But other than that, I hope you all enjoy, and I will see you all next time. Bye. So this is another of my I found wool, I shall make stuff videos out. But this is a kilted style skirt. It is a excessively pleated skirt. It looks like a, modern female kilt style. Yeah, that thing. Anyway, So this is a 6-piece, no, 7-piece skirt pattern. It's got front left, front right, back, tab 1, tab 2, and waistband pieces to it, as well as pocket. Pocket is what I added because I like pockets and pockets like me. And I shall hear no more of this. Anyway, I did these pockets out of a poly cotton I had left over from something else that I was doing. I think it was scrap from doing Halloween costumes. Maybe from a different skirt. I am unsure. And let there be light. But yes, I just sew it in about 1/4 of an inch and then press it open. At this point is when I realized I needed a new iron, and I was lucky enough to be gifted one relatively soon after this. I realized this because it is hard to press wool without steam. It's just kind of an important function. You can't really put in pleats without steam. It is what it is, and you need steam for wool. Otherwise you don't get the seams down and you don't get the wool to lay flat. And that is my cat. She wants to know why I keep talking. And now she's stealing it. But yes, in this is a relatively, again, easy pattern to follow. They do mark things well. There is very little guesswork about where things should go. The only thing in my mind it was missing was pockets, so I added them from a different pattern. I do think that if I do this pattern again, I will probably go a size up. Maybe that's just like 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Though with 4 seams, that's 1 inch. Adding 1 inch to the whole thing so that the pockets will lay flat, because they were not happy with me with the whole gaping thing. Once you've inserted the pleats, then you can go through and A, press them, and then B, baste them all down around the top so that it is less of an issue. Also, you make sure that you finish that front edge, because that will just get turned towards the skirt along the front line. Here I am just yanking out thread markings and using my thread scissors to pull out more thread markings. So that is what you do, right? Right. Half the time when you're sewing, you are just pulling your seams out or pulling your markings out. Once the pleats are in, then you will fold over the front, and then you will baste along the top to make sure everything stays where you want it to. Once you've got all that in, you will then go along and sew up the side seams, and then you will hem all of it, and you will put in the waistband. Once you've got the waistband assembled, not to mention the back of the skirt, you need the back of the skirt assembled too, because you've got to do a box pleat at the back to make sure it lines up right. But once you've got all of that assembled, you will put in the waistband, and the waistband is rather long because this is a wrap style skirt. You'll then put in one button, and then you will put in the tabs and the rings, and then you will have a skirt. This is not a very difficult pattern to follow. I found it relatively easy and relatively enjoyable. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I have issues with my throat at the moment, and so I will be cutting this short. I hope you all have a lovely day, and I will talk to you again soon.